All right, welcome back to WMMA Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight review. So we're going to UFC Fight Night Vegas, going to the flyweight division for the featured prelim fight. Katlyn Chookagian coming in 13-3, taking on Antonina Shevchenko coming in 8-1. First round, Shevchenko came out throwing some kicks, did okay, landed some nice kicks there, but Chookagian ended up catching one of them, used it to close distance, picked Shevchenko up and brought her to the ground. From there, it was all Chookagian in that round. She worked on the rear naked choke a couple times. I mean, as soon as she got Shevchenko down to the ground, she jumped on her back, tried to get in that rear naked choke. Didn't get it the first time, worked on it again, and Shevchenko was able to defend it. After that, Chookagian pretty much gave up on the choke, just worked on landing ground and pound. Now, at one point, Shevchenko rolled over, got to all fours, and Chookagian was a little bit too high, allowed Shevchenko to scramble, get back up to her feet for pretty much the last maybe like 20 seconds of the fight, of the round. Second round, an axe kick by Shevchenko allowed Chookagian to take it to the clinch against the fence, and then another hip toss by Chookagian straight to mount. And that was pretty much all she wrote for that round, because Chookagian spent the entirety of the second round in mount, landing ground and pound. Very nice job by Katlyn Chookagian to keep Shevchenko flattened out so that she could keep landing GNP. No matter if Shevchenko was on her back or rolled over to her stomach, Chookagian was landing ground and pound. Did very nice job to keep her flattened out and keep her on the ground. Third round. For the first half, both stood at kickboxing range. It seemed like Chookagian knew she was ahead and was maybe taking the round off, or I don't know what was going on there, but they stayed at kickboxing range. Shevchenko was landing better on the outside, but if it got even close to the pocket, I thought Chookagian landed the better strikes there. Latter half of this third round, Chookagian got into the clinch and started landing some dirty boxing, but Shevchenko, she got the tie plum and used that to turn out away from the cage and escape. From there, they were at range again. Nice exchange of kicks and punches from each of them, both landed nicely. And then with about 30 seconds left, Chookagian got a nice takedown, got straight to mount again. This time, she started landing some heavy ground and pound, really wanted to put an emphasis to end this fight. And then from there, it went to the judges' decisions. All three judges saw it 30 to 25 times 3. That's 2 10-8 rounds apiece for your winner. Katlyn Chookagian defeated Antonina Shevchenko by unanimous decision. Utter domination by Katlyn Chookagian, who said in the post-fight interview that that was the first time she actually got takedowns in the UFC. So really got to show off, I think, what she is capable in this fight. As for Shevchenko, man, that was just a terrible showing. Hey, where was Pavel's plan? You know, you always hear from Shevchenko's families, they're always, making jokes going into the fights. Pavel's going to have a plan. Pavel has a plan. Pavel has a plan. Well, where's Pavel's plan? Seriously. Anyway, for things to work on, for Shevchenko, she needs to work on everything. She needs to work on takedown defense. She needs to work on her rear naked choke defense. She needs to work on grip fighting, both in the clinch and on the ground. And she needs to work on getting back to guard so that she can get back to her feet. I mean, she got mounted. She was stuck in the mount. For Chookagian, she needs to work on finishing that rear naked choke. Her positioning and grips, properly positioning the choke arm. She should have had that rear naked choke in the first round, but she just wasn't really taking her time and didn't have the proper positioning on the arm. I mean, at one point she was kind of like sideways on Shevchenko and still trying to choke her, when she should have been focusing on getting straight on her back, getting that arm under properly, and getting that choke. So she needs to work on finishing that rear naked choke. And also, when she's on the ground and she's on top and landing ground and pound, she needs to work on separating to land harder ground and pound. If she was landing harder ground and pound, that fight could have ended in the first or second round. As for fights to make, for Shevchenko? Well, she might be top 15 in this division, but after 2 losses in the top 10, she's not a top 10 fighter. So let's break her back down into that top 15 range. I'd say either match her with Molly McCann would make for a good action fight, or the loser of Casey versus Robertson. Casey's currently number 15, Robertson's unranked. Maybe even give Shevchenko an unranked fighter to, rebuild her confidence against. For Chookagian, she's still a while away from another title shot. I mean, she's just coming off a title loss, comes in, wins this one, dominates, but she's still a while away from title fight. I do like that she said in her post-fight interview that, her biological clock is ticking, but she still wants to get some fights in. So I admire that, she says, hey, give me more fights. So I would say either Andrea KGB Lee, I think would make for a fun stand-up fight, or Viviane Araújo. Araújo came up short in her fight against Jessica Ai. Let's see how she does against another top 5 fighter in Katlyn Chookagian. That'd be a very fun fight as well. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the fight. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Of course, likes are always appreciated. And hey, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to WMMA Scene Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.